What is good, my people? Jordan95 Wrestling back with another video and another figure review. And in today's figure review, we are going to be looking at Series 11 Ruthless Aggression Eugene. Now, this was one of my favourite figures growing up. I absolutely loved it. It was one of them figures that, although he's not a top guy, I always respected him. Even as a child, I loved the gimmick, even though it's controversial now. But it was one of them gimmicks that I attached myself to as a child, and I'm not too sure why, but he was a great wrestler anyway. Like, Nick Dinsmore was a fantastic wrestler, and no matter what you think about Eugene, he played the character really well. So yeah, this is the packaging for the Ruthless Aggression Series 11 Eugene. Now on the back we've got Taker, Cena, Batista, Eugene, Rene Dupree, Booker T. Got some championship belts and the Elimination Chamber and another ring as well. I love the packaging for this. The Ruthless Aggression line, for those of you that know, is my favourite line ever. Whenever I think of childhood, I think of these figures. So yeah, this one's awesome. I love the design on the packaging. But yeah, let's get this one open anyway, and let's take a closer look at this figure, because there's so much nostalgia coming from this for me. And yeah, let's open it. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get Eugene out of his plastic bubble, or his plastic prison as people like to call it, and let's take a closer look. So, straight away, the nostalgia kicks in for me. I love the face scan on this figure. I'm going to take the jacket off first as well, because I know there's an issue with these figures and bleeding. It tends to be around the wrist area. You tend to get a red bleeding off the jacket, obviously the red part of the jacket. I want to see if it's going to happen with this one, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, the face for me on this figure is phenomenal. I think they really captured Eugene. I think fantastic face on this, and I always like the faces on the Eugene figures. Going down, you've got his navy trunks, his red knee pads, and his white boots. Very, very classic. Nothing too fancy about this figure. It just hits me because of the nostalgia. This is one thing that always triggered me on the back, the fact that Eugene was kind of backwards. So me trying to read it when I was a child, it just wasn't happening. It always confused me, even as a child, and as an adult collector, it definitely confuses me. But as you can see, the red bleeding on the wrist, that is something that won't affect me, because I am going to display it with the jacket on, thank God. But I'm not too sure whether there's a way of getting that off. I'm not really clued up on that, but that is something that really does irritate me a bit, because but I know it happens a lot on other figures, and this is one that it does happen a lot on. It always tends to bleed around the wrist. But yeah, let's take a closer look at the jacket. So one thing, like I just said, that really irritated me about this jacket was the fact it's backwards. I don't really know the explanation for that, but the fact that it was always backwards used to wind me up a little bit. Even as a child, I'm sitting there like, why is Eugene like EG? Like, it doesn't make sense. It starts with an E, and it just doesn't look right. And as a child, obviously I don't know, you attach yourselves, you get used to things. And I think because I knew how his name was spelled, I wasn't a smart kid, but I wasn't a stupid child, so I knew that it was spelt wrong. But yeah, I absolutely love this figure. So yeah, a very basic figure, very, very basic, but the nostalgia hits. I love the body type on this one as well. He's very jacked, as all Jakks figures were. But on the back, look, he's got a lot of extra mass on the back, and just little things like that for me that give me that nostalgia. Like, it was little features that I remember, because I always used to play with these when I was a kid. So yeah, that different features on the figure that you might not associate as being memorable, to me are, because you play with them, you kind of know the ins and outs of the figure, as sad as it sounds. And I just absolutely love this one, because it was like the main one that I used to play with, and getting out of the box again makes me feel 5 years of age. Let's Velcro Eugene back up. So yeah, like I said, I am happy with this figure. I remember it so fondly from my childhood. The jacket's a bit annoying on the back, and obviously the bleeding as well. So do be warned that if you buy one of these off eBay, a brand new one, they're more than likely going to have the bleeding, so be ready to display it with the jacket. don't be too disheartened because they all do have them. I haven't seen one without the bleeding, so yeah, but fantastic figure, really captures Eugene, great face scan. The jacket's fantastic, no matter, it gives you problems, but the jacket's really nice looking. It's the nostalgia that's winning it for me. The red trunks as well, fantastic figure, great face scan, the classic boots. Yeah, I'd definitely go and pick this one up, especially if you're an RA collector. You need a Eugene. But yeah, I picked this one up off eBay for around, was it about £14 all in? So not too bad. So if you want to go and get yourself a Eugene figure for the nostalgia, if you were a late 90s child, you will definitely remember Eugene. Go and get him because he's essential for your RA shelves. But yeah, fantastic figure. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more figure reviews similar to this, let me know. They are coming anyway, but let me know if you were enjoying these and want to see more. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.